London Mayor Sadiq Khan has handed out a staggering £151.8 million in contracts to help track drivers who have not paid the ultra-low emission zone fee. The money will be going to 4 companies who will be responsible for enforcing penalties for those who avoid the £12.50 daily fee. The Ulez scheme was expanded in August to cover Greater London, with all drivers of non-compliant petrol and diesel vehicles having to pay the fee. If a motorist does not pay the £12.50 daily charge, they will face an additional penalty charge of £180, which could potentially rise to £250. Data from Transport for London showed that almost £255 million was raised through outstanding Ulez penalty notices. TfL says the money made from the Ulez expansion and other road charging schemes is reinvested back into the system through maintenance, upkeep and improvements. One contract, which is believed to be worth £34.6 million, is aimed specifically at overseas drivers who fail to pay, according to The Sun. A second contract worth £117.2 million has been shared between debt recovery firm Marston, enforcement agency Bristow and suitor and bailiffs JBW. TfL said it wanted a persistent evader report to be issued every month to help enforce the penalties on those who are responsible for avoiding the fines. The Ulez has been met with fierce criticism since it was extended in August to include millions of additional people. It has been estimated that an additional 700,000 new drivers are now included in the expansion and potentially face a fee for having a non-compliant car. More than 900 motorists were also incorrectly fined by a rogue camera in Harrow, northwest London. TfL admitted the error and refunded the 927 vehicles, adding that it had repositioned cameras and checked all boundary cameras were in the correct position. Marilyn Ashton, deputy leader of Harrow Council, said, "If you are driving down Old Reading in a non-compliant car, you should have to pay a charge as those roads are exempt." Since it went up on August 29, people thought, it'll go that way and not have to pay anything, and had to pay the £12.50. It's not in London at all, which is partially why it's a terrible idea to do this. All that was wrong is that the cameras were facing these roads. More than 900 and something people had to pay £12.50 and that's terrible. It went on for weeks and people started complaining and writing in. But it took TfL weeks to say, "We got it wrong," and move the camera. It's unacceptable, incompetent and disgraceful. Earlier this month, Maria Neira, Director of Public Health, Environment and Social Determinants at the World Health Organization, praised the London mayor. She said Sadiq Khan was politically courageous for pushing ahead with the expansion of the Ulez scheme, saying it should be used as a blueprint for mayors around the world.